Free Fire! Free Fire is a new action movie directed by Ben Wheatley, and it stars Brie Larson, Charlton Copley, Armie Hammer, and a few others. And basically what this movie is it's an arms deal gone wrong. That's really the best way I can describe this movie without giving too much away. Alright, so let's talk about Free Fire. I was actually looking forward to this movie quite a bit because I saw the trailer and I'm like, okay, it's an action movie starring Brie Larson and Armie Hammer and Charlton Copley. And the last time we saw Charlton Copley, he was in another action movie called Hardcore Henry last year, and I actually really enjoyed that movie. It was a really fun time. This movie is kind of the same way. It's kind of like, it's basically this year's Hardcore Henry in a sense that it's got some fun action sequences, some good characters, and the fact that it bombed hard at the box office, which is very unfortunate because I actually had a very good time with this movie. Alright, first off, all the actors I thought were really good. The standout to me, or actually there were two standouts. One of them was Armie Hammer, but the main standout for me was Charlton Copley because this guy was hilarious. He was so funny as this arms dealer, and he had some really funny lines in there as well. Armie Hammer had some good lines too, and even Brie Larson had some funny lines as well. And some of the other characters, they were also really funny. Just the dialogue in this movie, it reminded me of a Tarantino movie almost. It was like that. It was kind of like that Quentin Tarantino Reservoir Dogs kind of feel type of movie, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it definitely had some good lines of dialogue. But the main focus of the movie is the big shootout that happens. And for the most part, yeah, the shootout was very fun to watch. It had some good kind of action sequency type feels to it, but yeah, overall it was just a very fun time to watch in a theater. It's kind of like your everyday, or it's kind of like your typical 70s type of action movie. I mean, it does take place in the 70s, so it makes sense. And yeah, the characters, as I said, they're really funny. Some of them had some good stories behind them, but yeah, overall, Free Fire, I think was a very fun time. It definitely should have made more money at the box office, I think. But yeah, you have great characters, you have great dialogue, and you have some killer action scenes. And that alone, I think, makes the price of admission to this movie worth it. Now, is the movie perfect? No, of course not. Actually, I did have quite a few flaws with it. First off, the pacing of this movie is all over the place. It's only 90 minutes long, but it felt longer than that to me, and there are some times where the action just kind of stops and nothing happens for a bit. That kind of got in the way, I thought. And there were a few characters that I thought were just kind of wasted. Brie Larson, to me, as good as she was in the movie, her character didn't really have too much to do, I feel like. I mean, she did do stuff, but I mean, it's not like Kong Skull Island where she just straight up kills things. And yeah, she does kill things in that movie. Shut up, you Kong Skull Island haters. I know you're out there. But yeah. She doesn't really do quite as much in this movie. She does a few things. It's not like she does nothing, but yeah, overall I was kind of disappointed with her character. And of course, I thought the pacing was kind of off. And it's not like Fate of the Furious or John Wick Chapter 2, where it's just a straight up roller coaster ride from start to finish. This is more like your typical, like, maybe a speedboat ride, if you know what I mean. Or like if we were to compare roller coasters, like Fate of the Furious and John Wick, they would be like these huge B&M 250 foot high coasters with like those, it's like those B&M coasters with multiple drops. This one's more like your typical out and back wooden roller coaster. So yeah. While it's not the best action movie I've seen this year, Free Fire is still nonetheless an enjoyable time. I would say it's definitely worth checking out in theaters if you like to go see it. Maybe at a matinee price, but still, I'd say go see it just for the fun of it. But yeah, So yeah, it's got good characters. It's got some fun factors in it. Again, I think John Wick Chapter 2 and Fate of the Furious are a lot better, but that's not really too much to take away from this movie. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Free Fire 66% fresh rating. That is a B-. That is my review of Free Fire. So yeah, about 6.57 out of 10, right in that range for me. It was a 7 out of 10 originally, but after thinking about it, I lowered the score just a bit, down to about 6.5 out of 10. I gave it a 66, so yeah, there you go. So have you guys seen Free Fire? If you have, what did you think about it? Make sure to let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more reviews and videos to come in the future, and you can expect my top 5 most and least anticipated movies of the summer coming up pretty soon. So yeah, expect that up within the next few days. And until the next review, once again, I will see you all next time. My name is the California Cougar, and always remember to stay California cool. Peace.